And good evening one, good evening all. Welcome back. We're here live and exclusive to Twitch.tv. I'm your host, Swishbone, with the remainder of the evening. The chat box is over in that direction. Get your comments in there, I'll do what I can to proceed. At the end of the last stream, we did one chapter in an entire take where both Kevin and Riaz found themselves going deep in the depths of despair until a door opened and everyone dragged them back. So, without further ado, let's find out exactly how this new chapter starts and see what's happening next. Here we go.
Yeah, that's about the longest shot of it.
Oh, straight into the scene, not messing around.
In other words, all of this, everything's happened, is my fault. All of you victims who had the same misfortune of knowing me and getting dragged into this. No apologies sincere enough, but I'm so sorry for what you've been put through. I'm not following. Why? All I heard you said, but I don't think you got any reason to be that sorry. Yeah, come again still?
Well, based on what we've learned, Phantasma choosing a new master was an inevitability, and something I would have done whether you were there or not. As such, after I lost the Oriole, something like this would have happened no matter the circumstances.
I agree. Phantasma would simply have chosen someone else and created a different world as a result of the trauma that lay within.
Here, the thought you might have been chosen is nothing short of terrifying too. Everything that has happened to us here is nothing so far compared with what would happen if you couldn't pass.
Oh, Mueller, your words are like the sweetest kiss turned frozen upon parting. Do you have that little faith in me, your one and only?
Yes, Olivier. Yes, we do have that little faith in you. I speak for everyone on the internet. We all have that little faith.
Perhaps everyone here would have been drawn into the most ravenous feast the world has ever seen, but nothing more than that.
Oh, I bet it would have been some kind of feast, all right, Olivier. Leave that where it is. Yep, see, Vander agrees with me.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm just disgusted.
You're a special degree creep, you know that. I want no part of any feast that comes around of your brain. Count me out of this one. I can't help but feel you guys are kind of missing the point. Well, don't take this from me trying to defend you or anything. But in a sense, it might have been a good thing you were chosen over anyone else. How'd you figure? I'm lost as well. Your sting was obviously very powerful, and it's capable of exerting a lot of control over things. In that sort of Phantasma as it is now exists in a state of order. But what if it had chosen someone else? Would the world have been able to maintain order then?
Yeah, it's possible that Phantasma would have been able to contain the chaos that ensued and gone out of control into someone else. Is what you're essentially getting at, right?
I knew you'd understand, Joshua. If that had happened, a whole lot more people might have been caught up in this. Then I got a problem with lots of guests at the tea party. The more the merrier.
Yes. The little child of death who would get on far too well with Alice from SMT.
Come on, man. I think you're only one who's having fun.
You say Ren's more dangerous because she is actually quite cute, Avian. Now, good evening, welcome to the stream. Yes, how goes? All goes okay so far, which is fantastic. Yeah, she's right. I don't think you got any reason to beat yourself up over this. We're all very different people, very different walks of life. But right now, we're all here sharing a common destiny.
Yeah, in times like these, you gotta help each other out, right? Besides, this place relates to the Ariel, which is the world's problem. From my perspective, you're a victim.
I couldn't agree more. As such, Kevin, we would appreciate you continuing to lead us as you have done so far. It's time to truly bring an end to what started half a year ago.
What can I even say?
Yeah, first damn stupid, then Riaz pulls out the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
And now you guys. Yeah, this must be the biggest group of idiots in all of Zemuria. I swear you wouldn't found a more gullible, naive bunch anywhere on the continent. I was happy to use each and every one of you for my own devices right to the very end. So how can you be so... It's alright, Kevin.
Kevin.
Sometimes you just have to know when to give in. And you're at that point right now. You look right out the second you got stuck with us. Got stuck with you mean? Just ready to decide with pushy meddling do-gooders who don't know when to quit like you is better than anyone. You better say that again. Well, all of those things describe you to a T. That much is true. They certainly do. I plead the fifth. Agate, let me hide behind you. Yeah, I think they're good points, though. Yeah, so do I. I think Estelle's ripped off all of us at this point, and that's not a bad thing. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah, group of idiots is right. We're smack dab in the middle of a shitty situation here. What do you want to know about looking at us? But it seemed this spectacular. What do we have to fear? There's a chance you could even overthrow the Erebonian government. We put our minds to it. Oh, yes. And you'd be the first to go, Olivier. Our coup d'etat would result in you taking that very long walk. Don't tempt me. Need I remind you that that's not something an Erebonian prince should be saying out loud?
All right. I know what to be. We're in this together. And this time, I actually mean that. You got it!
Yeah, we're happy to have you with us.
Yeah, anyway, at least now we know exactly what we need to do here. We need to defeat Rafina, the Lord of Phantasma. There's no getting around that. Unfortunately not.
Indeed. With that said, just where is she? You didn't encounter her in Gehenna, did you? She disappeared immediately after the two of you fell down there.
That's a good question. I think it's safe to say she wasn't down in Gehenna with us. If she had been, she would have shown herself at some point. Yeah, but then, where is she? I believe I can answer that.
Yeah.
Celeste? Yeah, I didn't realize you were here.
Well, where else was she gonna be?
Yeah, I can't thank you enough for saving our hats earlier. Truly, I doubt we would have been able to get out unharmed if not for your assistance. We're both grateful beyond words. I was more than happy to help. All of us here in the same predicament, myself included. You can even think of me as another one of your companions, if you'd like.
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah, what kind of answer you thinking you could give? Yes. It took some time, but I was able to ascertain her current location. What? Really? Is that what you've been working on all this time? Yes, it is. During my investigation of the 7th plane, I was able to gain an understanding of the layout and contents of Phantasma as a whole. I also discovered that the Lord of Phantasma isn't in any of the places. Rather, she's outside of them. Phantasma consists of more than just the planes. What's it like outside of them? Think of the planes you've been exploring like a giant, multi-layered structure in the center of Phantasma. They're all you have known up until this point. But this world consists of more than them. That said, the rest of Phantasma is just a vast, barren wasteland at this point, abandoned and devoid of life. Hard to picture that scene of myself.
Yeah, do you know where she is in this big abandoned wasteland she is? Because if it's that vast, just knowing she's probably isn't going to help much.
I have a relatively good idea where in it she is, thankfully. Although that doesn't solve the core problem. I fear the word vast doesn't do the scale of the wasteland itself justice. I believe it's roughly the size of the continent where you live. It's the size of Samaria?
That is going to cause a problem. Crossing an area that massive on foot would take months.
Maybe even longer.
Do we not have any other means of transport that we could use? Well, we got the RC, we got the Bobcat. Why don't we use those?
I'm not sure my power will be of any use to you here. I can't place monuments too far from this garden, for one thing. Yeah, even if we did commit ourselves checking across only on foot, without the cube's power, we couldn't simply come back and resupply. Trying to take several months of food seems hardly realistic.
Well, this is a tough one. I don't think I'm waiting for her to come to us. What's up with you, short stuff? Got something on your mind?
Well, I was just thinking. Why don't you use the RC?
What? The replica we encountered on the first plane.
Yeah, and this was supposed to react to the desires of the people in it, right? So while that RC might not be the real one, it looks just like it. Everyone is pretty familiar with the real thing and how it looks. So it seems like a ship we could all picture flying easily. Maybe we all wish for it to fly together. It might actually happen.
I mean, that's really stupid. So it's going to work? Of course it is.
This is sorry. I'm being silly, aren't I? I don't know what's gotten into me. This is something an engineer should be saying. I don't think it's silly at all, Tita. In fact, I think that's a fantastic idea. You do?
Yeah, it does seem like the easier something is to imagine, the easier it is to realize the Phantasma. And both you and Julia are familiar with the exact structure of the RC, while most of us here have seen and been on board it. Yeah, this might actually work. There's clearly no rule saying airships can't exist here, given that we've already been on the Black Ark.
Well, Celeste, do you think it can work?
The RC was the ship used to board the Libra Ark, I believe. Then if I were to feed the image of flying them back into the system, I think this may actually be possible. If all of you are on board, the White Wings will take to the sky once more.
We can really make this happen. I can't believe it. Well done, Tina.
Totally! You really outdid yourself this time!
Wait a second. Does this mean we might be able to fly the Bobcat? There's a copy of that here, too.
Oh, you're right. How many of you are familiar with that?
Oh, crap. I forgot about that.
I think Joe said it are the only ones who've actually flown in it.
Sarah, Olivia, and I had technically been in it, but that was just the stowaways.
Yeah, that was back when we investigated an airship hijacking.
What a fun memory that adventure made, now that I look back.
I'm not sure what the odds of success would be then. That's a rather small number of people. I think it would be wise to focus on trying to revive the RC first.
Ah, okay.
Still, this sounds like a much better plan than trying to fuck there on foot. We should prepare for departure at once, then make our way to the RC. Yeah, don't go and tell me twice. We'll have a lot of stuff in store, that's why we're able to get this work.
However, I should warn you all of one thing. Once you have flown the RC to the area where the Lord of Phantasma is, that will be it. You'll be unable to return to this garden ever again. Please be mindful of that. Never? Not even once? Because we won't be able to use the cube's warp functionality anymore. Correct. Using it to warp is only possible when you're within a certain range of the garden. Go outside that, and it's no longer possible. So before you depart, I would ask that you make absolutely sure you have everything you need, and are ready for whatever you may find there.
It's a no.
It won't hurt just some extra training then. I don't doubt we're all gonna have to play our part in the things to come.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna make it some extra time myself. I don't want to wind up being the one to drag the group down.
This will be our last opportunity to open the door, scatter throughout the plains, and take anything we find, too.
Yeah, it's probably best I step down for the lead of the time being then. If you're just door hunting or trying to get some extra practice in, I don't leave you in the way. If anyone else wants to learn how to use the cube or fill out my notebook, I'd be happy to teach you. Just let me know. Let's be sure when the time comes we leave with no regrets.
Right.
So, essentially, I can go to the end of the game now, or do all of the side quest stuff. so now I need to form a party. Well, I'm going to start, actually. Because there is one door I want to do.
Understood.
Which is the Estelle and Joshua door.
Let's move out.
So let's start with that. I'll make a fresh save for this. Because I don't want to be caught out. Right. Yeah, we are healed. That's good. Right, it must be one of the moon doors. Yeah, we are the girl who shines like the sun and the boy who cherishes that light at her side. This is the Joshua and the Stealth side quest. At least it should be. He described her as shining like the sun, and he fell in love with her, so surely it's got to be these two. Yep, the door opens. So this is our first one quest of the evening, people. We're going to be questing tonight. The Moon Chamber. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. So where are we going to be here then? I'm guessing it's going to be in the crossbow area. Well, that was when she was trying to play the harmonica. The first week. Well, hello there. There's no need to be afraid. I am but a humble magician. I will heal your broken heart for you. Provided, of course, I am compensated. Oh, wow, it's the childhood period.
Phantasma, are you okay? Oh, your temperature's gone up again. Stay still. Where's the towel? Where's the towel? Wait a sec, okay? I'll be right back with some water. Karen, Oh, I could hear in my head during those days the same words repeated endlessly, like a broken record. Yet somehow, I had no idea who was saying them. All I knew was that... Huh? I can't find him anywhere! He's supposed to be hurt and resting, not wandering around! Joshua! Where the heck are you? Joshua! Oh, there you are! What are you doing out here? You gotta start taking it easy!
To be fair, I mean, Estelle, that is taking it easy. He's sat with his back to the tree, he's resting up, he's meditating. What more do you want him to do? You know, it's good to get some air at the same time. Give him a break.
Why? I'm fine. Are you sure? Is your fever gone? It was just a temporary one as a result of my injuries. My temperature went back down this morning. I'm fine now. Really? Phew. Yay, that's good. You were moaning over and over in your sleep. I was worried about you.
Oh God, look at those eyes. And yes, You don't need to encourage Estelle to go fishing, do you?
Did I say anything?
Huh?
Forget I asked.
So, if you're feeling better, do you want to play together? It must be pretty boring sleeping all the time.
Huh?
I know it's boring for me, even when I'm stuck in bed with a fever. I hate not having anything to do. Oh, but you probably shouldn't be running around with your foot all messed up. I guess tag or kick the can won't work.
If you want to play by yourself. Just stay away from me. Because it's probably going to get dangerous here soon.
It is?
I'm grateful that you're taking care of me. Pass it on to Cassius Bright, too.
Knuckle in me face isn't allowed!
Huh?
When you're feeling down, the best thing to do is do something to enjoy. That'll pick you right up. Hey, here, okay? I'll bring you stuff you'll really like. Pinky swear!
And he's like, oh, brother. There still don't seem to be any signs that anyone's going to come after me. But it's bound to happen eventually. I got 2 or 3 days at the most before they find this place. 2 or 3 days.
That's you are! Here you go, a present from me! So cheer up, okay?
Estelle proudly presented Joshua with a couple of roly-polies. Aren't they the cakes, roly-poly? Yeah, he doesn't look impressed, does he?
What is she doing?
Aren't they cute? They curl up and you poke them.
I'm fine, thanks.
What? How come? They're so cute.
Because I don't. Also, stop coming over here. Stay away from me.
Yeah. So you want another kind of bug, huh?
That wasn't what I was trying to say.
Hold on, I know lots of bugs.
He's like, oh, God.
How about this? It's a dragonfly.
I don't want one of these either.
Okay, well how about this? You gotta like these. Behold, a Malcolm Monitor Lizard. What? You want some cookie?
Look, this isn't about what I like. I don't want any kind of bug or lizard or anything you have to offer me.
This was my favorite too. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? I'm feeling more and more like there's something I'm missing here.
Sit down for a minute, Joshua. I got a serious question to ask.
I'm already sitting.
And yeah, I can imagine him do that. To be fair, I can understand Joshua. It's like, what else am I supposed to do? My ass is on the floor. Where else am I gonna go? And yes, I get the feeling the fishing rod's gonna come out at some point. It's Estelle, it has to.
What kind of bugs do you like? Big ones? Pretty ones? Ones with lots of legs? Ones with long feelers? Ones with shells, wings, webbed feet?
I don't want any bugs at all.
What? I'm gonna have to pull out all the stops. I need something so surprising. You change your mind. Don't move a muscle. I'll find something. I will.
She sure likes bugs, doesn't she? Leave the fourth wall alone. Stop talking to me.
Aw, he ran away. He had a really funny face, too. No, I can't let this get me down. Not my how sad Joshua looks like now. He's in so much pain, and he can't move around or do anything fun either. Which means I gotta find the ultimate bug to cheer him up. Oh, it's back! You get back here!
It's so quiet here. Even after all I've been through, this is the first time I'm in a situation like this.
Joshua!
Ugh, so much for that.
Hurry up! Look at this one's face!
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't want any bugs before it gets through. Are you even listening?
Look though! I hereby name this the human moth, because the paint on its wings looks like a human face!
What the heck?
I knew this would surprise you!
Except it didn't.
I knew my efforts would pay off big time! Next time, I'm gonna bring back something even more awesome! Whee!
Ugh, she's so obnoxious.
Don't do it!
Oh, great. She's back.
Joshua!
Ah, they're being attacked by those fly creatures.
Geronimo!
I mean... Yeah, okay. Just drag him into the pool, why don't you? Let's all drown. That's a great idea. What was that for?
What was that for? I'm gonna splash you! Ah, the water feels so nice! Oh, I know! Wanna go fishing? Playing in the water's fun, but real fishing's even more fun! Let's go catch the day's lunch!
Yes, Avian. You are going to like me. Yeah, Queen will appreciate that one.
Come on, Joshua! We're getting out! You catch a cold if you stay in those wet clothes too long!
And there she is, fishing by the pool.
Hey, caught a big one! This one's for you, Joshua!
You don't need to catch anything for me.
Now I'm gonna catch one for me! If I don't catch anything, I'll have to go about lunch, and that would suck!
She doesn't listen to a word anyone says to her, does she?
Ooh, I got a bite! Ha! Oh, it's a daze! And it's tiny! Daddy's getting this one! He probably just spent the day messing around instead of working anyway! He doesn't deserve a cool fish!
Well, look, just wreck Cassius while he's not even here, Estelle, you know what I mean? Just wreck him. What?
Okay, next one I catch is definitely mine! Hi-ho!
She doesn't know anything about Cassius Bride. So he tells his daughter nothing about what he does. It fits his profile, I suppose.
Aw, it got away! The next one's not gonna be so lucky, though!
And yes, as you say, Avian, she just ignores what she doesn't like. He's like, I'm going to ignore what you just said. I'll carry on.
Yeah, a tug! Okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
Him?
No, it's nothing. This ain't nothing, is it? The music's gone quiet. Was it always so... Brat? The greenery's hurting my eyes.
Gotcha! This one's gonna be huge! Come on! Come to me, Lunchy Fishy! What the heck? It's a baby!
They all look the same size to me, so... Ah, the second week.
Oh, who is it?
Do you think she's okay? She didn't come out of the shop yesterday either. I still think you're worried about nothing. Estelle's okay. She always does whatever she wants, when she wants.
Yes, Theo. You're not wrong.
I mean, she used to come over and play every day.
Now, I love how Estelle is literally over there fishing at nothing. You can literally see her right there. That's the joys of ultra-wide, people. We're not meant to see that. Well, thanks to ultra-wide, we get to see where the devs put the placeholder for Estelle.
Estelle! It's Alyssa! Estelle! Come outside!
Look to your right, Alyssa. She's right there.
You don't think she's been abducted, do you? Yeah. I think I bet she got attacked by monsters in the woods and ended up experiencing a slow, drawn-out death more than that. That sounds like the way she'd go.
Wow, Theo. Absolutely reckon Estelle now.
That's so gross. Yeah, that's what she gets for going into the woods all the time to play. Oh no, poor Estelle.
You do know I'm joking, right? No, Theo. No, you weren't. Not a chance.
Come on out, Estelle. Alyssa's gonna cry if you don't.
If you're looking for Estelle, she's out at the moment.
You're a boy. Huh? Who are you? Yeah. Joshua! I caught something amazing! Huh? What are you doing here? Estelle, where have you been all this time? I was so worried about you. Who's this boy anyway? Someone you know? We've been trying to talk to him for ages now, but he won't tell us anything. He's telling us everything we ask is none of our business.
Estelle, are these your friends?
Yeah, they are.
Seems not like about that part then. They don't seem to have got any kind of training either, and their guard is virtually non-existent. I think it's about time they found me. But it doesn't allow these two have anything to do with them.
He's barely talked ever since we got here. And never seen him around rolling before either. How'd you know him? Oh, because Daddy gave him to me as a present.
I mean, she's not wrong, but that's the weirdest thing in the world to say to people. She's actually not wrong. We saw that in FC.
He's my new little brother. He is? Wow, I sure wouldn't have guessed that. Neither would I, because it doesn't make sense. That's not how getting a little brother works.
You don't know Cassius, Theo. Cassius makes his own rules.
But it's true. Phantasma?
No, it isn't.
Hey, wait a minute! Listen, young man! Listen to what your older sister tells you!
It's just someone like you keeping my oldest sister.
Huh? Why?
I'm not here to be friends with you. The only reason I'm here at all is that things just worked out that way. That was what Cassius Bright said, wasn't it? Oh, and one more thing. Can you stop bringing me bugs? Yeah. Can you stop bugging me? I don't know what your obsession with him is, but being too much of a meddler is just gonna get into you getting hurt.
Ow! Take that! And that! Ow! In this house, I'm the older one! That means you have to listen to what I have to say! Ow! Okay? Okay?
That's you! Come on, answer! No.
Excuse me?
What the? Well, those two sure get along well. So it seems. Yeah, you two can shut up anytime. Got you! I win! For today until forever, I'm your big sister!
And again, is this real? I don't know, Avian. I really don't.
No backsies allowed!
And just like that, she apparently is the big sister of the house. Again, it tracks with what we saw in SC, to be fair. And that's true, actually, Avian. If he did anything, Cassius would murder him.
I swear, why does she do this every single night? I wish she'd mind her own business.
Ah, there's Cassius now. Joshua. Determined to sleep outside again, huh? Not a fan of sleeping in the same room as Estelle, I take it.
She's way too much of a meddler. She's also completely clueless. She's got no idea how much danger she's willingly exposing herself to. Why don't you tell her, Cassius Bright? She has a right to know. Why do you stand by and say nothing?
The room next to Estelle's has been used as a storage room for a while now, but it could still be converted into a bedroom if need be. It might actually be perfect for you. Haven't been in there in a while, but I think there might even be a bed in there already.
I'm fine as I am. I don't need a room.
I'll give you that Estelle loves to poke her nose into anything and everything that catches her interest. And I can see how from your perspective, that makes her look like a simple-minded, clueless child. But that's where you're mistaken. It's not her who's clueless, it's you. Estelle knows exactly what she wants out of life and what she has to do to get it. Those things are part of what makes her who she is. Although I can't deny I was hoping to raise her to be a little more of a, well, ordinary girl than she's grown up to be. Still, compare that to you, Joshua. You don't have a clue what she wants anymore. You don't know what you should be doing. Which of you is really in the right here? Just so we're clear, whatever you decide to do, I have no intention of indulging you. I'm not going to tell you to leave, but I'm not going to tell you to stay either. What you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to become, those are all things for you to decide, and you alone. No one can make that decision for you, and no one knows what kind of decision you will make. Only you.
Just what do I want?
Several weeks later. Several peaceful weeks passed. Joshua's injuries continued to heal, and it wasn't long before he was able to walk with ease again. Estelle was jumping for joy at this fact, using it as an excuse to drag him off to play with her every possible opportunity. For him, however, it meant more than deciding what game to play next. He had to decide what course of action he was to take. The time for him to make his choice was drawing near. Purzel Farm.
Purzel? That's the short-haired girl's last name, right? This is where Tia lives! Guess what, though? Her mom had twins! As if I needed to guess anything. You want to shut up about it when you first heard the news. You've also been to see them over and over as it is. Are they still exciting enough to want to keep visiting?
Oh, we're not here to visit him today. We're here to help with the farm. Right now, it's harvesting time. But Miss Hannah's kind of stuck with the babies, so they need some help. And when Alyssa told me about it, I wanted help. I want that help to be me.
Well, it's nice of you to offer. But why do I have to come too?
Because I said so. No complaining.
Wow, she is a real boss, isn't she?
Let's go! This is part of your re-hillbilly process.
I told you, it's rehabilitation.
Real Billy. Really?
Estelle! Oh, Joshua came too!
I bet you dragged along by force, didn't you?
Hey! We couldn't help!
Well, well, music to my ears. Thanks very much for coming over. You did an awful lot for us while Hannah was pregnant as it was.
Ah, that was nothing! Piece of cake for me!
Haha, you're a force to be reckoned with, Estelle. Oh, but who is...
He's Estelle's new little brother. You know about him. I told you before. His name's Joshua.
Oh, that does ring a bell. The one who had a big fight with her at some point.
Mrs. Purcell! Hello, Mrs. Purcell.
Why, hello to you too. I'm so sorry to make you two help out again. You've been helping out so much as it is. If I could get right back to work, I would, but...
Easy now. You need to rest a while longer before we can start thinking about that.
Why? I was back to work in no time after Tia was born. I just put her on my back and got right to work again.
Really?
How am I supposed to know? I was a baby. Sticking twins on my back is probably pushing it, though. Oh, who's that black-haired friend?
Yeah, that's Joshua. Tio told us about him a while ago. Ha 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 ha. Pardon me for a moment. We've got someone trying to sell stupid shit in my chat. Bot, get the fuck off my stream now. Your ass is mine. Get out. Fuck you. Do not come back. Get the fuck out.
Oh, right. Estelle's younger brother. I remember now. Why, isn't he adorable? Are you gonna help us too? Sorry if it's not much fun. Wait, is that a bandage I see?
Oh, you're right. I didn't even notice it, so you pointed it out.
My injuries are more or less healed. They won't have any effect on my ability to work.
Oh, more or less healed means they're still healing. We can't ask an injured boy to do all our work for us. You need to sit and rest.
Honey, I had the perfect idea.
He's getting left with the babies. Okay, let me explain the harvesting process. Estelle, Alyssa, Tio, you can handle the fields in this area here. Try and start from the fields on the north side. It'll be more efficient if you split it too.
Fats and I will take care of the vegetables in the greenhouses. And as for Joshua...
Yep, called it.
I'll only take care of the babies to you. The boy is Will, and the girl is Cher. Understood.
Well, let's get to work. You run into any problems, there's something you don't understand. Don't be afraid to ask.
Okay!
Yes, no actually babysitting here, Joshua.
The past few weeks, there's been no sign at all that anyone's coming after me. Why not? They must have worked out where I am by now. So am I supposed to take to mean they're not interested in me anymore? So they just stole my memories and cast me aside. But still, I still feel like I've lost something really important to me. What is it? Just what have I...
Joshua!
What have I...
Joshua!
What?
Are you listening, Joshua?
Estelle.
Check this out.
Estelle held out a large carrot.
Isn't it cool? I harvested myself. And this eggplant, too. Look, it's so shiny. Huh? What?
You do know you scraped your knee, right?
Huh?
One day learn to fit before you leap. Or at least learn to take care of yourself better. Come on, let me take a look at it.
Okay.
I'll just leave the babies on the ground. Well, they're not mine. It's fine. They'll be okay. Joshua took out some disinfectant. From where? What kid's gonna have disinfectant in the pocket while babysitting? Why would anyone have disinfectant in the pocket while What the fuck?
Ow! That stings!
Yeah, just endure it. It'll be over soon. I swear, she attracts scratches Grace like a magnet. It's the word she has a cord tetanus or something.
Joshua?
Yeah, that's true actually. Even better than her taking them fishing.
You really do love causing people trouble.
Hey! I never asked you to do anything for me!
That just makes you cause people even more trouble. You don't do anything about your injuries, or even notice them, and it just makes more work for others. You're a danger to yourself no matter how you look at it.
Anyway, Joshua, why do you...
She's cut the back of her hand too.
Yeah, tell me where you're gonna put that stuff, but doing it!
Joshua finished treating Estelle's wounds.
There, I'm done. Try and take a bit more care in the future unless you want a lot more of that stuff. Being a...
Oh. I don't have to voice act it. Thank fuck. Thank you.
Oh no! What can we do?
Yeah, you don't need to do anything. Looking after them is my job. You go back to your own work.
What?
Oh.
Wow! They stopped! You sure you're not their mom?
I'm not even gonna dignify that with an answer. Just get back to work. You're never gonna finish if you don't do anything.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Joshua.
Yeah. Thanks, huh?
Oh, he's so cool. I didn't know he could do that. A handsome boy playing a harmonica beautifully with setting sun in the background. There's a picture of him, I saw one. Did you know he could play Estelle? He's supposed to be my brother, and he never told me at all. He's gonna get a huge lecture later. Oh, Estelle, what are you so mad for?
Well, hello there. There's no need to be so afraid. I am but a humble magician. I will heal your broken heart for you. Provided, of course, I am compensated.
I finally understand. I finally know what I lost. Everything was important to me. My happy memories. All that made me myself. That was the compensation I gave. All that remains now is a doll. A twisted, broken fragment of who I was. Someone who exists only to destroy what others love. I need to leave. If I stay any longer, I'll end up destroying the happiness of everyone around me. I need to keep the things that I care about as far away from me as possible. Not close by. I need to be far, far out of my reach. And I need to do it now. Before the darkness within me contaminates this place forever. And I need to leave. Before my very existence causes her irreparable harm. Now we fast forward into Grand Soul here. Well, no, we're not. The next day. Wow, this music's very cheery.
I can't believe him! Not even a jumbo mantis or double seahorse nuts get a reaction! He must have really fancy tastes! Okay, today will be the day I'll impress him! Oh, yes! No one can resist the power of the Book of Legends! Well, hello there, Estelle. What are you doing standing around out here? Are you also doing some bug catching? I sure am, but today's not going to be any bug catching day. Oh, do tell. Today, I'm going to make a special syrup that attracts bugs. And with it, I'll be able to catch a super amazing one. Really? Oh, that's interesting. But seriously, sweetie, you're 11 now, and a girl. I think you should be starting to dress a bit more like one at your age. But these are comfier and way more easy to move around in. Anyway, bye! Estelle? Some things never change.
Yes, because girls have to wear dresses and ribbons all the fucking time, don't they? No, they don't. Estelle's like, fuck that. And I don't blame her.
Okay, first I need to get all the ingredients I need to make my super duper syrup. Elisa should be able to give me some dragon beans, so that's easy. Then there's the fresh milk, fresh eggs, and Theo will give me some bath nicely, maybe.
Oh.
Actually, you might move further to go to the shop for sneakers right now.
I've got to do it. Estelle's got to check for sneakers.
Read on!
Hey, Estelle, I'll take you here to look at sneakers.
You bet! Have you any new ones in?
We sure do have nothing new at all. Sorry, kiddo. Our next delivery is due the 16th, and my schedule's in the indication.
The 16th? That's only a week away. One more week! Just one more week! Estelle? Oh, hi! You came just the right time. I just had some clothes that I think would look so cute on you. Today was the day you finally get to realize your potential as a girl with some nice clothes. But I can't wear them now! I'm going bug catching! Let's just get dirty! Wait! I'm going bug catching! I almost forgot something about sneakers! Let's get ingredients! Time to go see Alyssa! Full speed ahead!
That's it, that little rundle of energy didn't already have enough power to power an airship. Now she's got more than ever.
I wonder what's gotten her so fired up. Alyssa! Oh, hi, Estelle. I still can't get over how cool Joshua was yesterday. I want to hear him play the harmonica again. You've been lucky to get that out of him. He won't even talk now. He hasn't said a word since we heard him playing. What? For real? Yeah. Maybe it was my fault for taking his harmonica without permission and trying to play it too. Oh, you silly thing. Listen, Estelle, Joshua doesn't seem to want to talk about it, but it feels to me like he's had some kind of painful experience that's bothering him. So... Oh, I know! You do? He's got something serious on his mind! I can tell! And sometimes I look at him and he looks like he's really in pain about something. I don't think I'll be able to help him with whatever it is, even if I knew. So, that's why I just want to try and cheer him up in my own way, for now. Ah, that's really sweet of you. Anyway, give me some dragon beans. What? Like the coffee beans? And you're gonna use those for... That's a secret! You're so weird, Estelle. Well, okay, hold on a sec. I'll go get some. Here you go.
Estelle, Alyssa handed Estelle some dragon beans.
Thanks! Now we gotta go to Tio's house. I need to get some fresh milk and eggs from there. What the heck are you planning, Estelle? I'll see you later. You might pass out from the surprise, though. You know what? I think I'm okay with not knowing. Anyway, see you later. Ah, now what she told me. Tio! Hey, Estelle, what's up? Wait, forget it. I know from just how you're dressed. Today's book catching is special, though. But first, I need some fresh milk and fresh eggs. What in heaven's name do you need those for? Don't tell me you suddenly wrote an interest in cooking or something. Well...
Estelle explained what she was trying to do.
The Book of Legends? Yep, I tried to get Joshua a surprise of his life. I'm still not sure I'm following all of this. Let me try again. I guess you're trying to make some kind of aromatic capable of attracting that bug. Probably. Just whatever you do, promise not to get any of it on me, all right? I won't. I don't know if I believe you. Well, here's what you wanted.
Estelle received both fresh milk and fresh eggs.
Oh, and one more thing before you go, Estelle. If you really see him as your little brother, you should probably start gradually opening up to him about the past. Try to do the same for you, too. Maybe try talking about your mom. Yeah, I could do that. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing you need to sit and have a big serious discussion about, though. We're always going to be together, so I think you'll get it eventually. Because we're family now. Well, I tried. That's a very you way to look at it. But I mean that in a good way. Thanks, Tio. Okay, I got everything I need now. All I gotta do is hit the mist wall and catch me the Book of Legends. You just wait, Joshua. I'm gonna blow your socks off.
Oh, jumps over the river.
Wait a second. She's not gonna go to her by herself, is she? And just what is this Book of Legends thingy anyway?
A boss.
Maybe I'll stop by for a bit.
Ah, the clock tower. What's the matter, Mayor Klaus? Oh, if it isn't young Estelle, what are you doing here?
Oh, hi, Mr. Mayor.
Were you thinking of playing in the clock tower? The repairs on it were finally finished last month.
Yeah, I know.
The artisans of the town all put their heads together to try and make it as close to the original as possible. They tried to use as many of the original materials as they could too. So what do you think? It looks almost exactly like it did, doesn't it?
I guess. I don't really remember it that well, though.
You know, looking at this clock tower fills me with a magical energy. It makes me feel like everyone in Roland, no, like everyone I've ever met, is supporting this town and wishing it well.
It does?
That's why this spot is really important to me.
Oh. I gotcha. You just wait, Joshua. I'm gonna go catch me the Book of Legends.
Pardon? Estelle?
Full speed ahead.
What was that about?
I can smell the scent of my prey. Somewhere around here should be good. I'm going with this one. It's just screaming, pick me. La 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 la. And done.
Well, she's going to attract something, but it's not going to be this bug.
Today's the day Joshua loves bugs. I mean, this bug is legendary. He's there for the shock of his life.
Yeah. Thank you for everything. That sounded like Estelle. Did something happen to her? No, it might not have. It's Estelle. She probably just tripped. But, no. Whatever may or may not happen to her, it's got nothing to do with me anymore. She's got nothing to do with me anymore. Oh, damn it! Yeah.
This is mine! You can't have it! Go away! Shoo! Shoo! Don't come any closer! Are you listening to me? Huh?
Get behind me. Ah! He used the paralyze eye. Interesting. How'd he use that as a kid? This is about as much as I can do in my current stamina.
They ran away! Joshua?
What is wrong with you?
Huh?
What are you even doing in as far in a place like this dangerous? Did you even start to think what might happen? You're a child. Don't put yourself in unnecessary danger. Why do you never start to think before diving headfirst into anything? For once in your life, try and look before you leap. Otherwise...
Joshua! You came at just the right time!
That's not funny! If I hadn't...
Look at this!
Oh, that's cutesy.
Look! Look! I finally caught one! This is it! This is the Book of Legends!
What? It's huge.
Isn't it cool? Joshua? If something bad happened to you in the past, but you don't want to talk about it, then I'm not going to force you to. I'll just wait till you're ready to talk about it with me. So then, I'm right here by your side, waiting. The other thing I'll do is give you this book. So cheer up, okay?
You tell me that book's somehow legendary, because I don't see what's so impressive about it.
What? But it's huge! This is the most awesome book in the entire world!
Nope. Not in the slightest.
You just wait! I'll find a book that will amaze you, even if they search forever and ever! So you just wait right there!
You amaze me more than any bug ever will. Aw. Bless him. Because I can't believe how much I've changed because of you. You're such a strange girl. It was then that I made a promise to myself. It was for my own good and no one else's.
The only condition by which I could permit something as unnatural to me to be allowed to live in this peaceful world. Doing so is the most cowardly thing I could have possibly done. But I hope you can forgive me. I was more concerned about that than about continuing to deceive myself.
On the final day. Ah, this one they're about to leave, I'm guessing.
Wow, I can't believe so many people came to see us off. Thanks for coming. It means a lot that you came here to be with us. So, as I think you all know, Jesse and I are going to be away from LaBelle for a while.
We'll be traveling around the continent doing our bracelet work from the various guilds in the countries to visit. We might be away for quite some time, too. Right now, we intend to travel across basically the whole continent. But one day, we'll come back here to Roland. We promise.
Yeah, we will. We'll make sure it grows so much that you won't be able to believe your eyes when you come back, too.
Interestingly, the cat's walking by itself in the middle and every other character is stationary. I still can't believe you decided to do all of this without even consulting your loving papa.
Oh, didn't they?
They did not. That made taking time out to come see them a real pain, let me tell you.
Yeah, sorry about that, Dad. We realized we didn't give you much notice with this.
It's something we discussed seriously, though. Hopefully you'll be able to believe what we're doing is for the best.
As long as you give us serious thought to what you're doing, you have my support. So go out there and do what you want to. I'll always be right here waiting for you. Isn't that a Richard Marx song? Wherever you go, whatever you do, I'll be right here waiting for you. I'm sure that's a Richard Marx song.
Good to hear it.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Well, you're both brand and veteran bracers at this point, so I'm sure you don't need much in the way of advice. Instead, I'll keep this simple. From now on, it'll be up to you to decide what you need to learn and when you need to know. Focus on improving your powers at discernment. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, we'll be sure to take it to heart.
Life as a bracer is very different in other countries compared to how it is here, as I'm sure you're about to find out. But the fundamentals are the same. Just do as we taught you here, and I'm sure you'll be just fine. Thanks! I'm sure we were all taught to come in handy. We don't find ourselves in a bind.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be able to handle anything you find yourselves up against.
We taught you ourselves, after all. Follow your hearts with your heads held high. You'll be just fine.
That means a lot to us. We can't thank you enough for all you taught us over the years. And I'm sure it'll keep coming in handy for the future, too.
For real? We really owe you two. Oh, there's no need to thank me. I just done what I always can as your big sister. Don't drink or eat anything that seems funny while you're away, Estelle. Make sure you brush your teeth before bed, too. And that you don't get so caught up in work you forget to shower.
I don't think you've ever got a problem with Estelle doing that. She's not come across as that kind of character. She's a ditz, but not that much of one.
And...
Easy now, Estella. She's not a child anymore, you know. She knows how to take care of herself.
How she can. Because if you don't look after yourself, Estelle, I'll be showing up in your dreams.
Psycho alert, I guess?
The scary part is, I wouldn't put it past you to find a way to do that.
Don't worry. That really won't be necessary. I swear.
You take good care of it too, Joshua. And remember, there's always a job available for you in my shop if you want it. So come back safely, you hear?
Yeah, I will. Please take care of yourselves while we're away.
I don't want you to go, Estelle. You won't forget about me, will you? Come on now, stop crying. Of course I won't. When we settle in where we live next, we'll write to you right away, okay? Look after a list while I'm away, okay, Tio? I will.
You make sure not to let Joshua get away while you're out of the country too, okay? What?
Duly noted.
Do you really have to go?
Joshua.
Oh, look at that. You got the twins crying buckets now. It's no surprise to be hard on them. You've been looking after them since they were babies. Of course they'll miss you. I've got tons of great memories of them to keep me company while we're away, thankfully. Yeah, it's probably going to be a while before we see any of you again. But you'll never leave our forts. Promise. And I'm going to miss you. The Paris-bound airliner will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship at this time. Oh dear, looks like we're out of time. Well then, take care of yourselves. We will. You too, sir. Joshua. Have you made up your mind then? I have. I want to be Joshua Bright after all. I know the name distinction might not be a big deal in the eyes of others, but it is for me. It's part of me taking the first, and most difficult step on this journey. It's part of making choices only I can make for myself. By the time we come back home, I won't have the strength to proudly declare living the rest of my life alongside you, Estelle, and everyone else, and Roland. Even after taking that first difficult step, it's not like I can guarantee it'll get any easier. Maybe in some days it'll be so hard I'll want to give up. Right now, I'm more than happy to go out there and find my own path to work. If I could do that, I can finally feel like I'm working towards becoming the person I want to be. Very well then. That's the kind of positive attitude I wanted to see. It suits you. Yeah, thanks. That's the best compliment you could possibly give me. Yeah, I swear. What is it with the men in our family? When he killed the two of you to talk so the rest of us can understand what you're saying. But whatever. Come on, Joshua. Get on board. Or you're gonna get left behind. I'm coming. Well, see you around. Estelle, when you come back here next, I'm gonna be a bracer, just like you. I am. Now that I want to see. You don't think I can do it, can you? I'm serious. By the time you get back, I'll be a bracer. I swear. I think I'm gonna become one too. So. Don't worry. We'll be back. We promise. I can't wait to work you two to the ground as co-workers. I'll be counting on you to have my back. So don't let us down, okay? I won't. Seems to be work meeting day. You've had 4. Jeez. Ugh. I hate it when you get meetings back to back to back. It's so annoying. Never forget that there's always a home for you here. No matter how long you're away, that'll never change. We won't. Thanks, Dad. And we'll see you later. See you later. So that was kind of interesting, seeing the past of it. So side story, departure, finished. We got a quartz called Memory, 8,000 mirror. So that was a pretty cool little side story. It took us the best part of an hour. The moon doors take a long time. Every last one of them takes a long time, but you can see there, the chapter's called Finale. So we are literally in the final chapter. Out of curiosity, what does Memory do? So it shows where the door locations are on the map. So for any that were missing, we can use that to find them. So, going for example here, if I look at the moon doors, I've got all of them. But there's 2 star doors that are missing. And then finally in the sun doors, there's 1 sun door missing as well. So, what we'll do... Now that I've got my throat back, we'll go and sort of take a look at one of the other star doors, I think. Done that one.
The playful minstrel and his closest ally against the beast they seek to overcome. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go and get Olivier, and we're going to go and get Mueller. There's a door for them too. Let's go and check it out.
Do it!
Right, do a quick save so that we're not losing track of our positions here. I'll be interested in what this story is then. Yes. Welcome to the Velvet Room. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. One month after the collapse of the Libra Arc, the banquet to celebrate the crisis' successful resolution was over, with Estelle and her friends largely having left the capital to go elsewhere. One of them, however, Prince Olivert Rhys Arnor, sat rather comfortably in the ambassador's office in Gransol's Erebonian embassy, his work in the country not quite settled. I can't believe that you... my deepest apologies for not noticing that you were His Highness Prince Olivert sooner. Oh, I'm not surprised you never realised. I may be a prince, but my mother was a commoner. What point is there in bothering to remember my face? It's not as though I often show myself in the palace or attended high society gatherings. Knowing me certainly isn't going to help you moving up the ranks, my friend. There's no need to be so humble, Your Highness. Besides, I'm actually rather grateful to you, Ambassador. You gave me all kinds of useful advice during my stay here at the embassy, and I'm sure will be to my benefit in the future. Well-meant words such as, act like a man of the Empire for once in your life, and stop idling here, go home, and try doing some damn work. Your Highness, I was only, Your Highness, I think you tormented him enough for one day. The ambassador behaved in the same way any of a sane man in his position would. If anything, I'd say he has every right to be angry at us for keeping the truth from him for so long. But Mueller... I suppose you're right. I'll spare him any more teasing for now. I actually wasn't joking about being grateful to you, though. You truly have done admirable work here over the past month. I have? Acting as a pipeline with the Empire, checking the safety of Erebonians residing in the Pearl, helping the international liner service to resume. And those are only the tip of the iceberg. You've done so much more. You have my deepest thanks as Prince of the Empire. I am not worthy of such praise, Your Highness. You, however, deserve the utmost for braving the danger you did flying up to the Libra Arc. All of what happened seems to have caused quite a commotion in our homeland. So the people seem to be rather relieved now that they know the danger has passed. It's all thanks to your courage that they are able to rest easy. Oh, there's no point in flattering me, Ambassador. I just did what I could. Nothing more, nothing less. And I could have done anything alone. All I was able to accomplish was thanks to the help of those around me. I'm fairly removed from the stereotype of Erebonians as stern, strong, and self-sufficient, if I do say so myself. As well as it made me to agree, perhaps you're right. And yet, I believe your willingness to be flexible most definitely helped rather than hindered you here. I believe people like you are exactly what the Empire is going to need in the future, regardless of how I may feel about His Excellency, the Chancellor's approach. Ambassador. Well, Well, this is a surprise. I was under the impression that you supported the Chancellor. Then again, you are a noble. Does that lead you to oppose his reformist policies, perhaps? I may be a noble on paper, but I'm only a baron. All in all, I generally fall in favor of his reformist policies. Be that as it may. Well, this may just be the result of being in Labourle for so long and being influenced by the ways of its people. I do sometimes find myself becoming frightened by his hardline approach. I can't help but wonder exactly what direction he's trying to take our old nation. Interesting. Your Highness? Oh, I was just thinking that I'm quite glad to have taken the chance to engage in such fruitful talk with you before departing the country. I pray you will continue doing all you can to ensure the peace of Labourle and its surrounding nations while I'm gone. Preferably in cooperation with Ambassador Cochrane. Yes, let's not forget her, I suppose. Still, it's true that since the non-aggression pact was signed, there's been some progress with regards to the crossbow problem. And given that it was Labourle who proposed said pact, that makes my role in future negotiations very important indeed. I presume that is what you are trying to say? You're a sharp one, my good man. Excellent. Now I can return to the capital with my mind at ease. Leave everything here to me, Your Highness. I will be looking forward to hearing what you have achieved back in our homeland. This truly is a country like no other. I never thought the day would come when I would hear things like that from a noble of the Empire. Indeed. He's apparently somewhat less of an obstinate man than I thought he was. Perhaps this nation's very air has the power to genuinely change people. It seems to have had an effect on you, too. I feel like I'm seeing a lot more smiles from you these days than I used to. I loathe to admit it, but that may well be true. I still find myself wishing that you would learn from Laburlian's dignity and sense of restraint. However, two qualities you don't particularly possess in any measure. In fact, you have far too much of their opposites. You say that, but these qualities are the only weapon that I have. I don't have much that will allow me to compete against the Chancellor. I need to use what little happens to be tucked in my corner as best I can. Have there been any changes to our plans? None. We should be able to proceed as arranged. 3 days ago, the Chancellor led the capital on a tour of Eastern Erebonia. Tomorrow, you'll be returning there aboard the Arcee while he's still in the east. All those that need to be made aware of our return have been given proper notice. Your arrival in Erebonia will make a real impact. Of that, I am certain. What potential obstructions to the plan are there at present? Nothing major. There have been some movements in the Intelligence Division's 4th subdivision, but not much. There's a chance that everyone is being cautious because the Arcee is involved, but I'd place greater odds on the idea that everyone is just treating this as a pompous performance by you, and not taking it seriously. Well, they'd be right to. It is. I've no choice but to start here, even if it means I have to use the ball. And if I'm going to put on a show, why not put on the finest one the skies have ever seen? I suppose I can't argue that. I'm sorry to trouble you at this late hour, Your Highness. A message arrived for you from Heimdall. What would you have me do? Oh, really? All right, come on in. Pardon me. Well, if it isn't Lecter. I was wondering where you'd been. I haven't seen you all day. I've been exceptionally busy with work since this morning, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to be able to come and see you earlier, since you'll be leaving tomorrow. I'm terribly sorry for not being able to. Oh, never mind that. If that work of yours is done now, we three could always enjoy some sensual quality time together for the remainder of the night. Olivier is such a sleazeball. So what was this message from the Capital Secretary? They were not receipt of His Highness's message. However, they didn't anticipate that you may all be able to arrive all the way from Gransel in less than half a day. As such, they're currently in a minor panic, trying to ensure everything's ready for the ceremony tomorrow. Yeah, that doesn't come as a surprise. There's nothing like the RC when it comes to speed at home. Oh, how cruel you both are for so definitely ignoring my proposal. Although it sounds as though the stage will be set in time. Now we need to decide on an outfit that will leave everyone's jaws on the floor to sweeten my arrival. Perhaps a glistening coat and white loincloth will do the trick. Is he intended to cosplay as a member of Manowar? That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, that'd make a grand impact, alright.
I almost wish I could go along and see it myself. Please don't encourage him. You show remarkable promise for someone so young. What do you say to coming back on the RC with me? I'd welcome your company. Your work here in LeBeau is just about done as it is, isn't it? Your offer is certainly tempting. I'm afraid I have another job to take care of soon. The thought is appreciated, of course. Really? Well, that is a shame. Good luck with whatever that next job is of yours. Thank you. Well, if you'll excuse me. So, that is the Secretary-elect Arundel. Is it safe to assume he's one of the Chancellors? Almost definitely, yes. He came through Hackingate on foot and took up his position at the embassy a month ago. And right around the same time, we headed to Liberec aboard the RC at that. There's no way that could possibly be coincidence. No, it couldn't. The most likely possibility seems to be that he's part of the intelligence division. Are you sure you're not doing anything regarding him all this time was a good idea? Oh, absolutely. We needed some way to find out what the Chancellor was up to after all. We'll probably get some kind of reaction from the Chancellor through his reports at some point. Probably in about 2 weeks when the Chancellor's tour is finished. You planned all that far ahead all along, can't you? Well, in that case, I'll be sure that we're ready. I'll be counting on you, love. Oh. Something the matter? Not really. It's just that the moon has come out. And what a beautiful moon it is, too. Yeah, strange feeling this will be the last time we'll see the moon from here. Truth be told, I'm gonna miss it. Well, it looks like putting a smile on your face a little more often isn't the only thing LeBeau's done for you. It's opened your eyes to life's natural beauty as well. But in all seriousness, we'll just have to do all we can to be able to come back and see you once again one day. While we're both still alive. Indeed. So the spy game goes on, people. That's Oliver's approach. The next morning. Gransell Castle, yep. And that explains the new outfit he's got. Your Majesty, Your Highness, I humbly thank you for both your generous hospitality during my stay in your fine kingdom. You were even gracious enough to cue my brazen request of escorting me back to Heimdall aboard the RC. The debt I owe you will be repaid many times over in the future. Rest assured of that. Oh, you needn't think of this as anything we're out of our way for. Escorting an honoured state guest back home is a matter of course, particularly a guest to whom we owe a great debt of gratitude. If you ever have the opportunity, please do come back to Liberec again in the future. I imagine Estelle and Joshua will be back by then too. So we'll all be able to give you a nice warm welcome. Aha! I'm already excited for my next visit! Have they left the country yet, by the way? Right. They're busy getting ready to leave over in Rolling at the moment, I believe. I'm planning to see them off when the time comes. I see. Incidentally, while the ruins of Hamel are currently sealed off, I'll do what I can on my end to ensure they are allowed inside. Can I trouble you to pass that along to them? Certainly. Thank you very much, Your Highness. I think nothing of it. It's the least I could do after all they've done for me. I owe you a great deal too, Cassius. If not for your assistance, stopping that armored division from crossing into LeBeau wouldn't have been as simple as it was. Haha, I could say the same to you. Still, as I'm sure you're aware, that outcome will have been well within the realm of possibility for the Chancellor. I doubt he was even surprised by the incident. Really? Most likely not. Ereboni had nothing at all to gain from using that situation to occupy LeBeau. Certainly not to the extent that it would be worth going out of their way to develop inefficient steam tanks.
The only reason I can see for him doing what he did was a show of power to surrounding nations. A statement that even without orbital power, Erebonia's army could still act. I indeed suspect that was his true aim all along. Goodness.
So you did notice. The orbital shutdown phenomenon was a complete unknown to the rest of the continent. Perhaps it might never occur again, but there's always the chance it might, whether it's here or somewhere else entirely. I hear the Empire only built a relatively small number of those tanks in all too. Certainly not enough to launch a full-scale invasion. By the sounds of it, they were just put together in Reinford's factories using parts intended for standard orbital tanks.
But as it stands, the know-how to put together tanks like that only exists in the Empire. And in these unpredictable times, no other nation has the time or resources to try and develop extremely inefficient steam-powered weaponry. In a sense, because of what just happened, the Imperial Army's effect as a deterrent is even greater than ever. He's using war as a diplomatic tool, and very effectively at that. None of this even occurred to me. I have a long way to go before I am fit to be the ruler of this country. Don't beat yourself up too much about it. He's no ordinary foe to even the most hardened veterans. The Chancellor seems to be thinking several steps ahead of the rest of the world. It's impressive, no matter what he may think of his actual ideas. I'm quite the reckless fool to be trying to challenge him, if I do say so myself. Don't be silly, Your Highness.
How can you say it with a smile on your face is utterly beyond me?
You should focus on building yourself a strong foothold to begin with. I do hope you'll be careful. No matter what may occur, be sure to not lose sight of exactly where you stand. Of course, Your Majesty! If I were to go and bring shame upon myself now, I'd be wasting all the effort involved in escorting me back home. I'll be sure to take whatever you have said to heart.
Excuse me, Your Majesty.
Oh, it's the maid. Hilda? Whatever's the matter? It's not often I see you so flustered. My apologies, Your Majesty. It's just that a guest for you has arrived all of a sudden outside the castle. Ordinarily, I would not have rushed in while you were meeting with others, but the visitor is so irregular I thought you should know at once. Irregular? How so?
It sounds like it's about time I take my leave then.
Actually, the visitor said we'd like to greet you as well, and not just Her Majesty.
What?
Hilda, just who is this visitor? Well, he introduced himself as Chancellor Gileaf Osborne of the Erebonian Empire.
Ah, the Chancellor come among us. And there's that guy walking alongside him. It's an honor to be granted a personal audience. I am Gileaf Osborne, representative of the Imperial government. My apologies for the abrupt confusion.
So, you are Chancellor Osborne.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to see you as well, again, Your Highness. It's been a year since we last met, has it not? I hope these past months have seen you well.
Yes, a year sounds about right. Still, while I hope you'll forgive me for asking, just what did prompt someone of your stature to appear at the castle without warning? I'd very much like to hear your side of the story.
Oh, my apologies, Your Highness. You see, these past few days I've been touring Eastern Erebonia on routine inspections. It's been going very smoothly. More so than I had initially anticipated. I had enough free time in my schedule to pay a cordial visit.
Oh my, is that so?
Naturally, I would prefer to come here when the crisis was still unfolding like you yourself did, Your Highness. Unfortunately, the confusion in southern Erebonia was simply too pressing a matter, and I had no choice but to deal with that first. This was the first chance that presented itself to come here and meet directly with Her Majesty. So I acted with utmost expediency. I hope you'll forgive my lack of proper decorum in failing to give advance notice of my arrival.
That does make sense at least. Regardless, please don't concern yourself with me. No doubt you have wished to offer your greetings to Her Majesty.
My thanks, Your Highness. Well then, allow me to extend my most heartfelt greetings to both of you, Queen Alicia and Princess Claudia. It's abundantly clear that the crisis that unfolded here has been quite the ordeal for yourselves and for your nation's people. You have my deepest sympathies for the hardships you've endured, as well as my commendation for bringing the situation under control.
I thank you for your kind words, Your Excellency. If anything, we should be apologizing to you for the fact that the southern side of the nation was caught up in what should have been our problem. We should be the ones going to you, rather than having you trouble yourself to come all the way to the borough. I beg you to accept our apologies together with my deepest thanks for coming here today.
I would never ask for apologies. I've heard what happened was the work of a shadowy organization stirring up trouble within your borders. While I meant well by sending the military force to aid you, I wouldn't have done something so careless had I known the truth of the matter. My actions were rash, foolish even, and I was rightfully reprimanded by His Imperial Majesty for them.
Oh my.
Fortunately, His Highness the Prince was able to act with all due haste to put right my misstep before even greater harm was done. I owe you a great debt of gratitude for that, Your Highness. And congratulations besides for your part in bringing an end to the crisis. Oh, I did nothing out of the ordinary. I had a lot of help from Her Majesty, Her Highness, and Brigadier General Bright here too. Bright, you say? It is a pleasure to meet you, Your Excellency. I am Cassius Bright, a Brigadier General in the Liberalian Royal Army. Ha ha! The pleasure is all mine, I assure you. Your name is rather well known even in the Empire. Not as much as yours is known here in Liberal, I would imagine. It is an honor to be able to speak with you in person. It's certainly a surprise to be able to, though. Coming here on a whim can't have been easy for a man as busy as yourself. It sounds as though I may have underestimated just how capable you truly are. Not at all! I was greatly impressed to see the Royal Army's effectiveness in dealing with the tumult here. Your forces have proven powerful, yet flexible, capable of dealing with emergencies ably and decisively. I might go far as to say it embodies an ideal that the Imperial Army, with its swollen ranks, could never hope to realize. You flatter us, Your Excellency. For your part, I hear you were responsible for the establishment of the Imperial Army's famed intelligence division. Our army is in desperate need of a new one of its own, so I find myself quite envious. It almost sounds though the two of us each want what the other has. So it does. May I ask, Your Excellency, what will you be doing now? For my part, I'm intending to leave the borough today, so I'm afraid it won't be around much longer. Yeah, so I've been told. I believe you're intending to make your grand arrival in Heimdall on board the famous RC. I'm impressed you're already aware. I almost wish I could return to Erebonia on board alongside you. But alas, I'm afraid I have other business demanding my attention after I'm finished here. I will leave the borough separately this afternoon.
That is a shame. I would have very much liked to invite you to this evening's banquet.
Please, do not have such troubles on my account. I feel as though I put you out enough showing up unannounced as I did, to say nothing of dining with such esteemed company. Still, I do have some time before the airship I'll be departing on is due to depart. That being the case, might I ask for a little of your time, Your Highness? I have a few things I'd like to discuss with you personally. Very well. I have some matters I would actually like to discuss personally with you as well. What a fortuitous coincidence.
Allow me to have a room arranged for the two of you to have your discussion then. Hilda, if you would. Certainly, Your Majesty.
I'm Vander standing guard outside, of course he is. And they're having tea. It's obvious that Her Majesty is quite the tea fancier, if this blend is anything to go by. The fragrance, the temperature, the taste. I'd be hard-pressed to find fault with any of it. I've always been more of a coffee man myself, but I have no doubt that I've been content with a cup of this on my desk every morning. No, you would not. Coffee trumps tea every fucking time. Coffee is life. coffee for the win. Yes, but I agree with you. I don't believe we're here to talk about beverages. So, shall we get right to the point? What did you want to discuss with me? Ha ha! I see your sojourn in Liberal has proven most fruitful. Pardon? When last spoke, you struck me as a bright, flexible young man. And no doubt you still are, but now I see in you a resilient and a strength girding those aspects. I'm sure His Majesty was most delighted with your personal development. Meanwhile, I see you're the same fearless man I've always known you to be. More so even, that crushing aura about you seems to have only grown with time. It's as if you feed on the resentment of those who live in the territories you annex. Aha! Such harsh words, Your Highness. Personally, I believe for the term political unification. Annex can carry such negative emotions, you know? Since the end of the 100 Days War, our army hasn't committed a single act of aggression. All our unifications have been entirely peaceful. Oh, you're right about that. On the surface. Oh? It's amazing how similar the annexation process is every single time it happens. It starts with a small nation or independent state with an array of problems beyond repair. Those problems start to worsen, after which Jaegers and other dangerous elements enter, plunging public order to an all-time low. Desperate for a solution, the local government requests the help of the Imperial Army. Before they know it, they're part of the Empire. Well, it's not as though I can deny what you're saying. Each instance does share certain commonalities. Still, it's to be expected, an inevitable consequence of the age of unchecked growth and progress in which we live. The Imperial Army is simply acting in the Empire's best interests, helping to stabilize our neighbors for the good of the Empire. And it's understandable they would. I do find myself rather curious why Intelligence Division members are going to such nations with such peculiar frequency. Well before the problems I described worsened, no less. Haha, I won't press to where you came by such information, as curious as I am. But I will say this. At its most basic level, these actions are about risk management. It's because we've been acting to minimize such risk before that the Army has been able to successfully quell each problem in turn. With a small price of willing to stand the people in those nations, and an increased risk of terrorism in exchange. To tell you the truth, I'm rather astounded you had the courage to come here to Liberal at all, on your own to begin with. After all, you've made yourself the biggest target for terrorists in all of Erebernia. Ha ha! Your concern is touching, Your Highness. I would ask that you not trouble yourself with my safety. I employ some very skilled subordinates, tasked primarily with eliminating the risk of terrorist attacks against me. Oh, really now? That lecturer is one of those, I suppose. Ha ha! A rather peculiar fellow, isn't he? But a very useful one all the same. Working out the scheduling for this trip and taking all the necessary precautions to ward off terrorist threats were both his doing. And thanks to his commendable efforts, I could depart for Crossbell free from worries as soon as I finish my business here. Crossbell? Are you surprised? Are you surprised? I'm participating in the top secret discussion with representative of the Crossbell government. Recently, a large amount of funding has been flowing into the country for Republican channels, putting our allies on the defensive. I'd always meant to visit at some point, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity. Are you out of your mind? Crossbow's full of enemies and different factions at each other's throats. I hear it's now even a hotbed for terrorists and criminal organizations because of its position as a buffer state. Does that really sound like a place the Erebernian Chancellor should be going even on an unofficial visit? I'm surprised to hear you advocating caution in the face of potential danger, Your Highness. After all, it was you who flew onto an ancient city, at great risk to your own personal safety, and returned unharmed after surveying it. Compared to such rows and risk-taking, my visit to Crossbell will be child's play. As I'm sure you're aware, You're regarded as someone as a hero in Erebonia now. To see a hero make a grand return befitting his newly minted legend, and aboard the famous RC no less. Naturally, our hero has also taken the time to ensure that every well-known newspaper or magazine are aware of his homecoming too. Oh, I have no doubts that your triumphant arrival will be every bit as glorious as it's played out in your imagination, yes. Do be sure to capitalize on this chance as best you can to build yourself a firm foothold. I expect great things from you after all. And I don't know if this is by coincidence, but his design is very similar to Billy Mitchell, the Donkey Kong cheat. And also, he looks like someone who's going to be in Ouroboros. Hey, it's Sieg. Or is he a double agent?
Scree! Hey, buddy. You haven't changed a bit, huh?
Scree! Say scree! 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 Scree!
Really? Sounds like a ton's happened, huh? But it's nice to see you and your master are doing alright.
Scree!
Lecter? Well. Good day to you too, Your Highness. I pray I'm not causing you any trouble by taking a tour at the castle like this. The view from this terrace certainly is beautiful, isn't it? What happened to you, Lecter? How did you end up working for Chancellor Osborne? Huh? I'm sorry. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. Are you perchance mistaking me for someone else? Your name is Lecter Arundel. You were the student council president at Janus Royal Academy, which you attended before leaving suddenly 2 years ago. So no, I am not mistaking you for someone else.
Right, so if I find Claudia's door, that's what we're going to find out. We're going to find out more about Lecter.
But that's where you're wrong, because my name is actually Lectarundel. I can certainly see how our names could become mixed up, however. They are scarily close. Still, now you know. Please, just call me Lech. Don't try and joke around with me, Lecter. Do you have any idea how worried all of us were when you just disappeared without a word? You submitted your notice to the academy, and then were never seen again. Even the otherwise calm Leo let out a cry of anger when he found out. And all Lucy could do was give a sad smile and say, "This is just like him," the whole time with tears in her eyes. Jill and Hans were heartbroken, and so was I. Yet after all that, after all this time, you finally show yourself, knowing full well that I'm here, and this is how you act? By pretending you're someone else? Lecter! Sorry, no need for the scary glare. You're still taking things way too seriously. Looks like it'll take more than stepping up as crown princess to change that part of you. Oh, but you know, seeing you makes me feel kind of relieved. I always figured if someone like you became crown princess, you'd have virtually no freedom to do anything other than work. But from all that's reached my ears, it sounds like you're actually doing alright for yourself. And you even made some great new friends after I left the academy, didn't you? Nice! I sure did. Nonetheless, it's thanks to you that I was able to change it all. You were the one who gave me the first push in the right direction. I never got the chance to thank you properly after you left. But all this time, I've always been grateful to you. Well, consider me honored. Do I get a kiss in return? You do not. I may feel respect towards you, but nothing romantic. That's a bummer. There was me all taken in by how pretty you've become, wondering if this could be the start of something downright magical. And what happens instead? My dreams of romance and sweet smooches are crushed to nothing before they can begin. I know you don't mean a word at that, you know. You're looking very sharp yourself, though. It's surprising to see. Every time I've seen you before today, it was always in that heavy frayed uniform, worn in the most sloppy way imaginable. I think you'll find I was merely making a fashion statement. That wasn't laziness or slobbishness. Every part of it was carefully calculated and considered to have maximum effect. The scary thing is, I actually believe you. You always seemed as if you cared for nothing but having fun and causing trouble. Yet when it came down to it, you were wise beyond your years. And I've finally seen part of the reason behind that today. I'll ask you again, Lecter. How did you end up working for Chancellor Osborne like this? Just what happened to you between you submitting your notice to leave the Academy and now?
Do you now? Haha, I have to admit, I never imagined that would be the case. On the contrary, I was expecting you to tell me to back off. Ah, adios a bit. What reason would I have to suggest such a thing? After all, at the end of the day, our positions are functionally the same. I'm not sure I understand. Do you not think so? Personally, I find it difficult to believe that you would not harbor some hatred towards Erebonia as it is today. A grand empire clinging to the glories of a bygone era, ruled by the nobility and shackled by meaningless conventions. Am I wrong? People call me the Blood and Iron Chancellor as though I hold the whole of Erebonia in the palm of my hand. But in reality, my position is far more tenuous. I have supporters and allies in the capital, certainly, but outside its walls, the nobility holds far more sway than any of them. And while it is true I hold a great amount of power in the form of the Imperial Army, even then, I only truly command around 70% of it. The remainder is loyal to the nobility, who also maintain their own private armies, with those factored in my advantage shrinks substantially. So you see, I am very much in the midst of a battle to truly exert control. Yeah, which is why you're building railways all over the country to expand your area of influence. And you've been annexing new territory to that same end. As I've longed for. You clearly understand me better than anyone else. That is why I'll say this once again. Work with me, Your Highness. With your support, our nation will be able to bring about real reform faster than ever. The noble faction, bloated with its centuries of decadence, can be stopped before they even had the chance to unify against us. Surely that's what you desire more than anything. Let me just ask a simple question, Chancellor. What connection do you have with Ouroboros? Yeah, I'm afraid I'm not quite sure what you're asking. I will say this, however. I'm a firm believer in using every resource at my disposal in the name of achieving reform. That's why the way I believe in handling politics. I see. Well, it certainly does seem as though we would see eye to eye in many ways. And that's all the more reason why I'm afraid I must refuse your offer. Is that so? Yes. I find it difficult to like the rotten noble faction that exists in the Empire. Or perhaps you're right that hate is the more appropriate word. But my feelings of fear towards your methods are far greater than my feelings of hatred towards the nobles. What you seem to be doing is trying to compel Erebonians of a divisive, delusive utopia to whip them into an enthusiastic frenzy. No doubt by successfully convincing the people, the old guard will fall into metaphorical firestorm created. And by then, the gears will have already begun turning. There'll be no satisfying a roused populace to the first revolution. The storm will just keep growing larger and larger, and more ravenous, engulfing anything and everything in its wake. You know this, don't you, Chancellor? Yeah, but of course. After all, that's what I intend to happen. It's the first stage of my reforms. I'd be more than happy to share further details with you if you would decide to work with me, Your Highness. In the meantime, I wish you the well and strengthening your foothold back in the Empire. Of course, if that's your intention, you'll find it a necessity to work with those nobles you so despise. You truly do see through everything, don't you? Well, that sounds like the noon bell. The airship should be arriving shortly. Which means it's time for me to take my leave, I'm afraid. I look forward to seeing you again in the capital in 2 weeks' time. I take it the discussion is over then. What's wrong? You look awfully tired. Oh, nothing. I'm just feeling awed and new at what a monster I had to pick a fight with.
Oopsie. I think it's probably about time for the airship to arrive. I'm gonna have to stop you there and get going. What?
See you, Sieg.
Next time I see you, I'll bring some Erebonian salami as a souvenir, okay?
Whee!
Wait. Are you planning to just disappear without telling me anything a second time? Oh, got an important question for you. Did you fall in love with someone miles away?
Huh?
Hit the nail on the head, huh? Ah, that's so cute. First love, right? How's that feel? Heart full of one minute, end of the world the next? Don't you dare start teasing me.
She starts blushing.
But you're right, though. I did. He rejected me in this very spot, not that long ago. Wait, you're joking, right?
There's a coincidence I didn't see coming.
I'm not so sure about that. It feels like you know everything sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not some kind of all-knowing, all-seeing divinity.
That's what makes the world so interesting to me.
Oh.
I'm happy for you, Chloe. Knowing the pain of lost love's what makes a girl blossom, in my humble opinion. Do you feel like the whole experience let you get a step closer to the person you want to be?
Well,
what about you? Do you feel you're getting closer to becoming the person you want to be? By being at the Chancellor's side? Can't hardly do that when I don't have a person I want to be to begin with. I'm just sticking with it because it feels like it'll be fun, that's all. I've been doing it since before I joined the academy, in fact. You have? That prince has proven surprisingly capable, but he still isn't a match for the Chancellor. Tell him to watch his back, alright? So he doesn't get swallowed up by that monster after he gets tired of dancing. Goodbye, Lecter.
Meanwhile, good evening, Rosa. Seeing you jump in the chat there. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream, pal.
Thank you all for waiting. The Calabria International Airliner bound for the Principality of Remifaria will be departing momentarily. Please mind your footing when boarding.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. Just taking it nice and easy. We are in the final chapter and I'm doing some of the side doors. What I might do is try and do one more and then wrap some up offline so I can do the final chapter next week. I did a brilliant bike ride around the river, did you? That's awesome. A lot of fun when you get to cover a lot of distance. And off it goes. So, that was the Blood-Lion Chancellor.
I can't believe he had to went out of his way to use a civilian airship when he probably has a private one of his own. I'd heard rumors about how out of the ordinary he is, but he lives up to all of them.
Haha, he keeps me on my toes, but playfully enough. Him aside, thanks for coming all this way to see me off, Shara.
I was lucky. I just happened to have business here at the right time. It feels like this is going to be the last chance we get to see each other for a while, though.
Rather unfortunate, as my dream is and always was to live away my days in the lap of luxury, surrounded by women as beautiful as you.
Well, good luck with that. Changing the subject, though. Who was the young man at the Chancellor's side? He didn't strike me as your ordinary guy.
Ah, nice. Some of the so they got carp fish in the Canal Trust facility. That's pretty cool. Oh, you could tell.
But of course, I'd say I'm used to running into people who are out of the ordinary at this point. We sure fought enough of them. His name's Lecter Arundel. He's a secretary of Senate by the Imperial Government. Apparently, he was the one who planned out all the details of the Chancellor's visit to the ball. I can't pretend to know much regarding his background, but he's exceptionally skilled at what he does. Actually, I know a little. What? Oh, is that true? Yes. Claudia explained that Lecter once attended the same academy as her and had served as its student council president. Ah, Need for Speed Underground 2, that's a classic game, brilliant game. She also mentioned about his sudden disappearance after the Academy Festival 2 years ago. Unbelievable. Then, someone connected to the Chancellor visited the ball first. Then he's very likely to have his own veritable information network established here long before I even came with the idea. I think it's safe for us to assume that's the case. Which also means that it's safe to assume he knows every detail of what's happened here since. From the coup d'etat to the crisis regarding the Aureole. All of it. This man gets more unbelievable by the minute. He actually gave you a message to pass on to you earlier too. Watch your back, so you don't get swallowed up by that monster when you get tired of dancing. He sure knows how to sting where it hurts, doesn't he? Haha! I feel like I can see a whole new world of pleasure opening up before my eyes. You should know better. Getting outdone every turn like this really is not my style. What do you mean? Captain Schwartz? I have a little favor I'd like to ask when we're in the air. Dude, I'm older than a lot of games. I'm way older. I'm older than Need for Speed 1. That's how old I am. Ha! I'm rather impressed with how Prince Oliver has come along. No matter how he chooses to act from here on, he will have his uses to be certain. You would say that, given that you think of everyone as your pawns. There's me, the prince, that's society. Indeed, and I am much the same. We are but pawns on the vast game board that is the Empire, where a thrill like no other will take place. But it's because you, too, wish to see how that game plays out that you chose to stand with me, is it not? Well, hey, what can I say? Just don't forget that this piece right here might not be loyal forever. Yeah, such a betrayal would be perfectly fine by me. Or did you honestly think I never considered the possibility it may happen? Just thought I'd come out and say it. How are the other Iron Bloods doing, by the way? They're all doing very well by the sound of it. Yeah, the rate things are going, there's a chance all of the Prince's efforts will be for naught. Yeah, 2004, I was in my second year at university. That takes me back. Perhaps I ought to hold on back on him a little. Ugh, you sure don't pull any punches, do you? You know something? I wouldn't write him out so easily if I were in your shoes. What? Yep, there's the R site. What? These look like rose petals. If you look out the windows on the right side of the airship, you'll be able to see the high-speed cruiser of the RSA. We've been informed that it's on its way to the Imperial capital with Prince Oliver of Ereboni aboard, but he has also given us a message to relate to all the passengers on board today. I give thanks to Adios for the good fortune to have been able to meet you today. May your journey be filled with beautiful roses and her blessings. And of course, may your journey to your homes be a safe and pleasant one. That marks the end of his message. Oh yeah, Rosa, they do. Like, this was the PSP era, this game. Trials in the Sky the Third. I never thought there was a bigger dumbass in this world than me, and yet here we are.
Very well, debaucherous prince. I look forward to seeing what you can do. Show me how long you can hold out against me. Side story Return to the Empire finished. And that's got us the Divine Eye and 7,000 Mira. So as I said, there's loads of those side stories I've yet to do, so I might have to do a load of them offline. Because I'd really like to get the game finished and give myself some time to wrap up other stuff. So it was called Divine Eye. Basically you get all of those orbs together. You get the orb of Sen, Eagle Eye, Information, Septium Vein, and Luck. So honestly, I can't put it in for him. But if I've got anyone with either of those, I'll be able to use it. So that's pretty useful. So now that we've got that one saved, let's see which other ones we've got. Man who talks us first, that's going to be Zin. The Repenting Patriot, we're done. 400 battles, we did that one as well. And that one, we need all of the others together to open. I've got to decide on which one to do. Tell you what, I'll do the one where the one who talks with his fists. Back to the base area we go, so we can change our party.
Right!
So let's see what this story about the one who talks to his fist is about then. Go on, Zin, this is your door. I say, Secret of Mana is a great game from what I understand, Davian. If you've been playing that, that's amazing. The Trails in the Sky was PSP. I don't think it was on PS3, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was PSP. It's originally on PC, Rose. And of course, the first game got remade last year, and the second one is due in September. Ah, this is back in Gransel again.
I see. I sort of expected it would only be a matter of time before you return to the public. Your mind is made up then?
Afraid so. I made the guys over there take care of everything without me for long enough. Calling an A-rank braces duty to his peers in society, I guess.
Well, I suppose when you put it that way, I do wish you could stay here a little longer, but if that is your decision, I'll respect it. So when are you planning on returning?
Well, there's no point in lingering here any longer than I have to now that I made up my mind to leave. So honestly, I was thinking about tomorrow. Think I could ask you to arrange a ticket to Calvard for me?
Well, certainly. Are you not planning to go and visit Kirika first? I would have thought you'd want to...
That was part of the original plan. But she wouldn't have any of it. Surprise, surprise. Oh, I've got another bot. Where are you all coming from? I'm not having this. Get off my stream. Get the fuck out of here. What a tosser. Out that fucking way. Her stance was, if you're gonna waste time coming to see me, you used to go back to Calvard early and get some work done.
Very well then. That doesn't sound like a position you'd be able to talk her out of.
It's no big deal, though. I mean, it's not like we'll never see each other again.
I suppose that's very true. I'm not sure there's anything in Zemuria that could keep you two apart forever.
Yeah, it sure feels like that sometimes.
Well, regardless, I won't keep you any longer. So that's one ticket to Calvard for tomorrow, coming right up.
Yes, damn the clunkers. Get out that way.
Oh, sorry, let me just get this. Yes, this is the Grand Cell branch of the Bracer Guild. Yes. Yes. He's here as we speak, actually. Zin?
Sum it up.
It's Ambassador Cochrane of the Calvardian Embassy. She'd like to invite you on a hot springs trip.
What? I sold my PSP for more than I bought it for. And in a way, I kind of regret it because I had a brilliant RPG for it called Breath of Fire 3, which was ported from the PlayStation 1. And Capcom ported it to the PS3, but not to the PS4. Bring it to the Classic Collection. It's one of the best RPGs ever. Ah, that. Here. This place sure brings back memories. The atmosphere is so relaxing.
It certainly is. Maybe because it feels so similar to our hometown.
Still, Ambassador Cochrane had me going for a while. When I first heard about this whole trip, I thought it was just going to be the two of us out here.
Oh my, you look almost disappointed that it isn't. I'd be happy to take my leave on getting in the way of your dream date with her.
I'm good, thanks. She's not someone I've ever seen as a potential partner. That's not what Kilika was saying, Zin. That's not what she was getting at. Besides, it's you she wants to talk to, not me. This meeting might as well not be happening if you're not here. Oh yeah, Crisis Core was amazing, Avian. Which reminds me, have you actually started playing that on the PS5 yet, the remastered version? You're not thinking of Armored Core, are you, Rose?
It never takes much to put you on the defensive, does it? Is it beyond you to just play along a little?
Grr! You just can't help but mess with people, can you? With you in charge of the Zeiss Guild, I'm amazed it still has any braces left.
Correction. I can't help but mess with you. I don't do this with anyone else.
Zin, get your bracer notebook and make a note. Kilika likes you. And underline it.
Would you be happy if that were true?
Hell no!
Ah, you've arrived. I've been waiting for you.
Hey, Ambassador!
Thank you for inviting us here today.
Meanwhile, good evening, Queen. Welcome to the stream. We're in side story mode tonight. We've done 2 so far, and we're doing a 3rd one involving Zin.
Is something the matter, Zin? You seem oddly flustered.
Oh, me? I'm just fine. You're imagining things.
Who could blame him, Ambassador? After all, he's a man in a hot springs trip with 2 beautiful women. That's hardly a recipe for a calm and composed mind, is it?
Yeah, I would say, on the PS1, there was a fantastic entry in the Front Mission series, Front Mission 3. However, I don't know if that's the same game. Knock it off, Kilika.
Ha ha ha, I suppose not. If I were a little younger, I doubt I would be able to keep my hands off him myself. Oh, God.
In this series, both sides go at each other with no mercy, it seems.
Alright, I suppose enough joking around. We should get our dinner. Mrs. Mao is going to be making tonight's food herself by the sounds of it.
This serious discussion can wait until after that. Yeah, I can understand you thinking of FF10 after that, actually, Queen. You can, it definitely sounds Killer Kid giving a match for that. Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Speaking of mech RPGs on the PS1, though, Avian, there's one game that I've always wanted to play, but it never came out in this country. Not Xenosaga, Xenogears. The game that came before it.
Likewise.
So there's going to be a new intelligence agency set up in Calvard, huh?
That's right. It's going to be known as the Rocksmith Agency. And as the name suggests, it's going to be an organization that answers directly to the president.
Really now?
I see. I presume that so Parliament can't have any influence over its operations. Correct. Perhaps this new agency's biggest advantage is that it's separate from all those issues and vices. The last thing we need is an organization like this suffering from Parliament's failures to make prompt decisions or general ineptitude.
Calvard is confirmed to be the UK people. Their Parliament can't make prompt decisions as general ineptitude. Calvard's based on the UK.
Or being run in the same opaque and shady manner by a privileged few.
That does sound like a good idea, I'll admit. We're never going to be able to compare the Empire's intelligence division or the Bill's old one if Parliament's at all involved.
Quite. It's already difficult enough getting anything done in a nation with such a lack of unity.
Yeah, I guess it's the fate of countries that take in immigrants by— Oh! Wow! That was not on my bingo card! Zin's a far right fucker! That was not on my bingo card! That was not on my bingo card! That's a shock. I don't know what to say to that. I won't mind, but when we were doing the Erebonia story, their gig guide was talking about being reformist. And now this? This came out in 2007, nearly 20 years ago. What the fuck? What the fuck? In the honest, I think the thing that surprises me most is that the president's actually being proactive for once. He's always struck me as a real conservative type. Yes, Zin. As are you, talking about those damn people coming into the country there, responsible for everything. You want to stop the boats like all the other conservative twats. So this isn't the kind of thing I thought he'd go for.
That said, given the state of the Republic right now, it's hardly surprising that he would choose to act this way.
Yes, Queen, that legendary scene from SAO Bridge.
Mr. Kettle, Mr. Popcorn, it says you're...
What? It's a turn of phrase. That's what If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out SAO Bridge on YouTube.
Outside the country, we got the threat of a rapidly expanding Erebonian Empire, while within, we have terrorists and extremists. And to make matters worse, we had the Ignavic Society on the loose. Evidently something has to be done, and I think he knows that as well as anyone.
There's something witty entertainment, Queen. Something witty.
Indeed. In the meantime, ahead of us, we're going to need to be able to respond flexibly to a variety of new and unforeseen threats. Alright, I think my introduction to the matter has gone on long enough. It's about time I get to the point.
Oh yeah, you got something you need to specifically talk to Killiger about, right?
So what position in the agency are you here to offer me?
What?
I love a sharp mind, Killiker. Your instincts are, of course, dead on. We think your talents will make you perfectly suited to join the agency and are eager for you to be a part of it. That's why you'll be offered a position of Division Chief should you decide to join. And that's something President Rocksmith has proposed himself.
Wow. What led you to being the one to bring us to Killiker anyway?
A fair question. I suppose, ordinarily, this would be a scout's work. But I've known the President on a personal level for quite some time now, so he took it upon himself to ask me to come to you personally.
Oh, that makes sense.
Then what's his reason for wanting me? Surely you know that without asking, or do you want to hear it said anyway? Naturally, your masterclass title skills are one reason for you being selected by the President, but above all, he wants you for the exceptional analytical and information handling abilities you've shown in your position in the Guild. Those are just what the new agency is going to require if it's to succeed.
Well, I can't say this doesn't all make sense to me. I'm more dumbfounded that you're up and attempt to steal a capable member of the Guild right in front of an active bracelet like this. That takes some nerve.
Haha. Well, I do think rather highly of you. I thought you would be able to mediate without letting such trivial matters cloud your judgment. Still, what do you think, Killiker? I'm not asking you for an answer immediately, but I would like to know what's going through your mind. Well, it's certainly an interesting proposal. At the same time, I'm not sure I have any reason to accept it. Yeah, but you have no reason to refuse it either. Am I right? Well... It's rare that you find it difficult to make quick judgments, but with such a big decision to make, I can't very well fault you. I won't rush you. Take a night to think long and hard about it. It was so you could do so that I booked a room here tonight. I'll ask you for your answer again tomorrow. I'm looking forward to hearing it. Of course. Oh, and one more thing before I depart. If you ask me, remaining in your position as a simple guild receptionist just isn't going to let you use your abilities to their fullest. Well, a pleasant night to you both.
Who says she's just a receptionist? I mean, after all, Ina is the world's best drinker. She's got a second career. And no, I'm not making that up. Ina is lethal. No one can hold a candle to her.
You're out rather fast. Have you finished in the bath already?
Fast? Seriously? I was in there for an hour.
Oh.
Man, it's not often I see you looking this deep in thought.
I suppose you don't. I feel like I'm one step away from making a decision, but just need one last push to take it.
Oh, right. Still, being here like this with you really takes me back. Hard to believe it's been 6 years now since Master Ryuga's passing. Sounds like you went hell of a journey between then and joining the guild, too.
You could say that. Going on a journey makes it sound like something I did deliberately, though. In reality, I wasn't quite as organized as that.
And Queen, this is one of the memories. I've done 2 of the other ones. I'm doing this 3rd one because we've basically got an option to go to the end of the game or do all the side content. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is wrapping up the stream after this one and then recording as many as I can offline and putting them on the YouTube channel so that I can then, next week, hopefully go into the end game. Because it'd be nice to put the spike in this next week.
I simply drifted from place to place before ending up being drawn to one point where I settled. Much in the way a leaf that fell from a tree ends up floating down a river.
Were you able to find that answer you mentioned a while back?
Haha, no, I still haven't. Still, I do feel as though I found the conclusion of sorts.
What's that supposed to mean?
Say, Sin, why do you think I chose to take on a non-combat position like guild receptionist to begin with?
Oh, for fuck's sake, another one! Tonight is invasion of the absolute twattish clanker bot fuckers. Get the fuck off my stream. Do not fucking come back. Get the fuck out of here. Because you didn't want to follow the same path as idiots like me and Walter. I wouldn't follow us either if I were in your shoes.
Not quite. Though I'm not going to deny that the two of you are idiots.
Hey, that was the one part I did want you to deny.
I wanted to find out the meaning of the living fist ideology my father advocated. I still believed that being able to better oneself through combat, while your opponent does the same, is a good thing in itself. As a warrior, it's probably close to the ideal way. Still, I couldn't help but wonder why the ideology had to be based around the premise of fighting. I can certainly understand the significance of living and dying as a warrior. I can also understand how one who lived that way would have no regrets that time came. Nothing has changed within me in that regard since the days we trained together. Yet with father dead and Walter gone, I couldn't help but wonder whether there was some way to make use of the living fist without having to fight. That was when I started roaming the continent in search of one. And as I roamed, I found myself face to face with countless conflicts and acts of violence, and I felt powerless every time I did. That was how I came to encounter the Burroughs Guild. They had arrived to quell one of those conflicts. Something about their ideology, putting the safety of civilians over all else, made me feel that perhaps working under them may give me my answer. So that was what led to me start working to the guild. But even then, I wasn't able to run away from fighting completely.
The nature of humanity means as long as we exist, conflict will never cease. Instead, what's important is not blindly preaching idealism, but preaching ideals while keeping a firm eye on the reality of unequal conflict. Master Ryuga's words have never left me.
Nor have they left me. But all the same, I've been looking away from reality all this time.
Come on now! You know full well that's not actually true. When he says reality, he's not saying fighting is the be-all end-all of quelling conflict.
That's not what I'm trying to say. All these years I haven't been trying to walk on my own 2 feet. Not at all. I've just been using trying to find a new way to live by father's living fist ideology as an excuse to stand still. All while indulging myself in the comfortable environment the guild gave me. In that sense, I must be the biggest failure of father's students. I might not agree with the path Walter took, but he, like you, has chosen his own path and started walking along it. You two have been facing up to the living fist ideal of father's and slowly reaching your own conclusions on it. In your own ways, you've been able to face up to reality. And I haven't. I've been standing still the whole time.
That's the biggest load of crock I ever heard. You've been walking forward just like we have.
In what way?
It's just the path you've been walking has been one for others rather than yourself. That river you think you've been helplessly drifting through, you've actually been building a bridge so others can easily cross it behind you. When the road is hard, you stop from the ground so your fellow guildmates have an easier trek. There's no shame in your way of the living fist. It's as true as mine and Walter's.
Are you trying to comfort me?
Sorry for not having a way with words. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is this. You know, as a person, you're way too strong and way too serious. And at times, it's like those two things just end up restricting you and stop you from seeing things you otherwise could. So try and relax a little, alright? Just a little. If you do, I'll bet you start seeing things you couldn't before.
Say, Zin,
What is it?
Would you be happy if I returned to Calvard?
What brought that on?
Doesn't matter. Just answer the question.
Oh, okay. Try to pick. I guess I'd rather you were back home, yeah. Why'd you ask?
Oh, no reason. Other than I've been trying to hint for a while that I like you and you're too much of a fucking idiot to spot it. I've decided I'm going to accept the president's proposal.
What? Just because of what I said?
Don't misunderstand me. All I wanted was some kind of reason to bring this journey to an end. As well as a place to make better use of my skills.
Yep, the Maple Leaf. We are at the Canadian Inn, people.
Ah, that was about the best night's sleep I've had in some time. I hope the two of you enjoyed your stay as well.
I know I did.
I'm feeling very refreshed, thank you. Refreshed enough to feel ready to take on a new position in a new environment even. Then, I would like to accept your offer. However, I have one condition for doing so. Oh? Name it. While I am willing to join the President's new agency, I am not willing to stop living in line with my own beliefs. As such, if I should end up feeling the slightest doubt about how the agency itself is being run, I will do everything in my power to correct it from the inside, using any means at my disposal. If he still wants my membership at the hearing as much, please tell him I accept his offer. Oh, that won't be a problem at all. I think he may well be encouraging you to take the reins. I believe he chose you expecting you to fulfill that role should it be deemed necessary. After all, you have experience in the Guild, an organization which has managed to remain neutral and independent all this time. That's no mean feat. I wouldn't be so sure of that. Also, I'll need to get things ready for my successor, so I won't be able to return to Calvar for 2 or 3 months. As such, I won't be able to start work until then. That's perfectly understandable. Well, I look forward to meeting you again in the Republic. Likewise. Something on your mind?
Oh, I was just thinking about what you said back there. You said you'll need 2 or 3 months to get everything ready for your successor, right?
Yes, I did. What of it?
Well, while I'm guessing it's pretty busy over in Calvar right now, it just sounds as if it's so urgent that I need to be there. Now. So I was thinking maybe I could stay here for the next few months while you get things sorted out before I head back.
You can't be serious. There's no reason why you should stay around here in Liberl with me. Go back to Calvard.
You don't have to be so cold. It's me, you know.
Well, it's the truth. We'll end up spending enough time together whether we like it or not after I'm home. You need to go back out of your way. You don't need to go out of your way to make more now.
Well, you win. There's no need to rush things.
Zin? What are you standing there for?
Oh! So sorry. You could say it before starting to walk off on your own, though. And that's that. Journey's end finished. That's got us the Yin Yang and 4,000 Mira. So that's another one of the side stories. Now, the thing is, as I say, I'm at that point where I can't really start another thing tonight because it'll take too long. And I don't want to start the end of the game yet. But I've already got one of those Yin Yangs, so I've got a second one. Might come in handy, I suppose. So for the second week in a row, I'm going to be signing off slightly early. Now, I did say earlier in the stream that what I'm thinking of doing is offline recording a lot more of these doors, so uploading them to the YouTube channel, so that next week, on Monday evening at 8 PM GMT, I'm hoping that this is going to be where we enter the finale for Trails in the Sky the 3rd. The reason it's going to be Monday is I'm actually going to be away on business in the middle of the week, so I'm going to have to move the schedule around very slightly. But I am going to be back on Friday evening at 8 PM GMT BST, where I'm going to be playing through more of Bioshock. So that's right here at twitch.tv/Swishbone. On the Saturday evening, you can also catch on twitch.tv/ChrisJT1985. He's going to be starting Spider-Man 2. He finished Miles Morales over the weekend. I believe he might have a video coming on YouTube soon with some more missing content. So keep an eye out on the channel. That's youtube.com/@ChrisJT1985. For Saturday evening, 8 p.m. BST, he'll be starting Spider-Man 2. And as for the YouTube, you can go check out youtube.com/@Queen3210, where you can see many of her playthroughs. The new recently started playthrough of Blue Prince, which looks rather interesting. The completed playthrough of Dispatch, one of the weirdest and coolest superhero stories I've ever seen. And also more ongoing episodes of the episode Aegis arc of Persona 3 Reload. Like, share, subscribe, and all the usual stuff over there. I, of course, was Swishbone. You all been amazing. Thank you all very, very much for watching. And I still can't believe Zin said that on my stream.